young people doing shit. And man, may not have nobody on there. You know, no. Class, welcome, welcome. My Roundup family. My Roundup family. You can see it as it pops up there. Roundup family. I gotta get my coffee. I'll be right back. Introduce you to this Kavon. How you say your last name, Kavon?
Garvin.
What is it?
Garvin.
Garvin. You want the water now?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Kavon. You know, you can't smile. It won't kill you. I get yours. You want room temperature, right?
Yes, please.
Kavon Garvin in the building. This is gonna be so cool. Do you have a YouTube channel too?
Yes, but I haven't uploaded anything in a while, so.
You better get on it, dog. This is the new economy. Class, what's good? What's Hollywood? Showbiz, these lights always get me real shiny, if you will. What's good? Chris Haskins, realestateroundup.com. I have a distinct opportunity to bring you Kavon Garvin.
How you doing, Mr. Chris?
What up, dog? If y'all remember him from our last video, he was a cameraman working with me in the video in the house that we went to go see, right? So from time to time, Kavon rolls around with me to do home appointments, and a young gentleman just graduating college, and I want to bring his story to you because I think it's of the utmost importance that we understand college may or may not be good for you. It's good for some people, but it's not good for everybody, right?
Right.
And Kavon's story is so unique. His upbringing, I want to talk about that a little bit. I'm going to ask some questions. We're going to knock it down. We're going to get a little personal. And once again, regarding Kavon, from time to time again, he comes over and he just wants to throw ideas off around me and the people that I know. He wants to get into certain businesses. I'm referring him to some of the people that I went to college with that are already in those businesses. And Kavon can get a springboard and move on with his life after graduating college was this month?
Yes, last week.
Congratulations, brother.
Thanks a lot.
You just graduated college. Wow, how's it feel?
Relieved.
Please subscribe to my channel, class. Give me a thumbs up on the content and questions, comments you want to put on our broadcast for today. Bring them on. Kavon, let's start. Give me a little background of where you're from and where you raised. Where you from first?
From Norfolk, Virginia.
Give me a little bit about your upbringing. I know we said you grew up with your grandparents.
Yeah, grew up in a single mom in the house with my grandparents in the Norfolk area of Virginia, North Virginia.
Speak up.
Yeah.
Northview area. Okay.
Yeah, Norfolk, Virginia.
So were you into sports? So tell me a little bit about your direction as you were getting ready to graduate high school.
During high school, I went to something called the Norfolk Technical Center, which is a center where you can pick up a trade if you're unsure if you want to go to college or not.
Okay.
And there I picked up welding technology, and I was recruited by the Newport News Apprentice School.
Nice.
To play to play football there and be an apprentice as well. So the Shipyard has a school where you pay while you go to school and you work and play sports at the same time.
Cool.
So in that process, they found out about an injury I had. And
before you went to college?
Yeah, this is actually 7 days before I was supposed to start. They withdrew my.
Yeah, I don't want to get to that yet. That's gonna be the kicker. Class. The reason I'm bringing Kavon to you because his story is unique, but I want you to know that we all share problems. And what has made Kavon who he is today? How old are you?
23.
Adversity. He's been through some serious adversity. The stories that he has told me, and he continues to tell me as of yesterday, are blowing my mind. And I'm sure you're going to be able to relate regarding his story with college. And he wants to get into the real estate business and the cannabis business. So we're going to talk a little bit about that too. But these stories, class, are going to blow your mind. And I want you to know that you are not alone in the walk that you're going through with adversity. Kavon, okay, you're leaving high school. Well, tell me before, before the college, you're going to the apprenticeship school. Where does that lead you to?
Well, I didn't get to go to the apprentice school due to the fact that they took my football scholarship opportunity away from me because I had an injury.
And I don't understand how they relate. How did the apprentice school for the shipyard have to do with football and college?
Because in an apprentice school, you're not just a regular student. You're an apprentice as well. So you're in the industry. You're in the shipyard. You're working. So
you're working and going to school.
Yeah, and you playing football. So they put a restriction on me, said I couldn't carry over 50 pounds.
At the shipyard.
Yeah. So with that, like they just canceled me from football generally overall. So I couldn't do anything. All they could offer me at the time was a job. So I wouldn't be a regular student. I would be a general employee. So
oh my Lord.
Mind you, I didn't do so good on my SAT scores in high school.
Okay.
And I wasn't sure if I wanted to go to college. And I like welding, and I was going to get paid. So I canceled out all my other options. I didn't have a plan B. I didn't have a backup plan. So when I got denied that, I was back to square one.
Working at the shipyard as an employee.
Before I even went to the shipyard, it was a dead period because it's a difference. It was different openings in between becoming an apprentice and general employment because I'm not in the apprentice category no more. So now I had to wait till openings come from apprentice or general employment. So I went to Tidewater Staffing, which is a temp agency, and I was doing just little jobs here for minimum wage until the opening came with the shipyard. So now the time comes around, I'm at the shipyard. This is like October now. They put me on a back shift.
What is a back shift?
3:30 p.m. to 12 a.m.
Wow.
I was getting good money, but I was miserable. You know what I'm saying?
What makes you miserable working at the shipyard? I know some people aspire to be at the shipyard, Newport News. I mean, they do. I mean, it's the truth.
No, so I wanted to be a welder.
Okay.
They didn't have any welding positions open, so they placed me as a ship fitter.
What is a ship fitter and what is a welder?
A welder is basically, as I said, it's a weld. You just weld components of the shipyard.
So you're in the shipyard, literally taking a welding gun and putting it, building the ship.
I never got that job, though. So they only had availability for ship fitting.
What is that?
Your construction work of a ship. Yeah,
carrying stuff.
Yeah, putting bulkheads together, reading blueprints.
Oh, wow.
All type of stuff, torch work, all type of different labor work, lifting heavy metal and all types of stuff. So that's not what I wanted to do. You know, I wanted to be a welder, but since the football didn't work out, all that canceled out for me. So I did that for a few months.
Wow.
And prior to that, you know, I love football, but I had a friend that was in school in California at a junior college, and I told him how much I wanted to get out of the situation I am.
Out of the shipyard.
Out of the shipyard. So he sent a coach my highlight tape, and they took a chance on me, you know.
At another college?
Yeah, junior college in California called West Hills College.
Gotcha.
So it's a JUCO. You go there for 2 years, get your associates, and you try to get recruited to a university.
Gotcha.
That's how I got to Fayetteville State. Good. But, yeah, parents thought I was, well, everybody in my family thought I was crazy.
Why is that?
I was 18 and I was getting $18 an hour. So
$18 an hour. We're going to break down some numbers here. Kavon and I went over last night about $25 an hour. We're going to show you exactly what $25 an hour is going to get you in today's economy. Go ahead.
So I was 18, I was getting $18 an hour. Getting good money, but I wasn't.
Good money.
That's what they claim. Yeah. So that's where I was at the time, and it was like, this is not it.
Working at 3 to oh, you went to school then? I'm trying to follow.
So I was working at the shipyard from 3:30 p.m. to 12 a.m.
Gotcha.
Sometimes you had mandatory overtime, which is 3:30 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Wow.
I'm 18. You know, so further along, I told you about the football opportunity. The coach took a chance on me.
Yeah.
I told my family what I was going to do, go to California. California is very far from here.
The farthest.
Yeah, the farthest. So they just thought I was crazy, like leaving that money. Like
$18.
Yeah, because you know, in the shipyard, you got medical, you got dental, you got benefits. 401k, all that. So you got safety.
Alleged safety.
Yeah,
wow.
You got safety. That's
wow, man.
Yeah, so
that's deep. I'm listening. Go ahead, man. I'm listening, brother.
So I went there for 2 years, got my associate's degree. Prior to me earning my associate's degree there, I went through major adversity. Like, I was in a racist town, you know. So
where at?
It's called Coalinga, California.
Okay.
It's in Fresno County.
Fresno County.
Yeah,
is that northern or southern?
It's like middle.
LA
It's
area.
like
Okay.
middle, yeah.
Gotcha.
It was just very like it was a one street town, rest stop town. If you that one street, it's like 3 gas stations and one grocery mart and a Dollar General.
Gotcha.
You know, and basically if you walk on that street to go to the grocery store, they know you're on the football team just from being black in that town. So it was that type of place.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
My head
Could
coach,
be.
yeah, my head coach, his son played in front of me, so I was going through like coaching issues, you know, a lot of different stuff. And
give me one instance about being, because when you're going to play football, Kavon was dropping some knowledge on me. I didn't know there was favoritism on the football team. You were telling me something about that when you So you're in college. I got to fast forward to get to now. You're in junior college playing football. Go. The coach has his child on the team.
Yeah, my coach, he left a Division II university to a junior college university, to a junior college, which is like it's backwards. But that was a position for him, like far as like increase in pay and different opportunity. But far as his son, it was his godson, but he left that Division II to downgrade, right?
To be with it around there.
Because he wasn't doing nothing when he was at, so he just went with his godfather. He knew all the coaching and the playing book and playing style.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was just he had an upper hand.
Yeah.
I never played. I was a special team demon. Like, every time I got on the field, I made it happen. You know, I made it happen anytime I got on the field. He was there for one season. My second year, had a great first game. Had 3 interceptions. Had 2 forced fumbles. Great stats. You know, I tore my ankle. I had a high ankle sprain. So this is a 2-year school. So you're gonna have 2 years for film to get yourself to a university. I had enough film to where Fayetteville State took a chance on me, and that's why I finished that as far as like my bachelor's, and I got a 2-year scholarship there. Nice. You know, and through my journey, I was good enough I wasn't the best, but I was good enough at football to go to school for free and like earn myself.
Good for you.
Well, partially free, and earn myself different opportunities. Like I earned degrees. You know, now I know people all around the world, and I went through major adversity.
Okay.
And I'm not grown as man, but I'm a young man. I know some things. You know, I haven't
about life.
Yeah, these past 4.5 years, I've been by myself, and like you find out a lot being by yourself, especially in California. Like nobody's there. It's just me. You know.
Yeah, your family's in Virginia.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
That is so admirable, brother. Survival of it. All right. So we're fast forwarding. You're getting ready to get out of. Let's go back about a year.
A year. Okay.
Let's break down this because we were talking about $25 an hour class.
Yeah.
We went over this yesterday.
Correct.
And I asked Kavon, what do you think would be a good amount of money to make? Well, I don't know if I asked you, but generally speaking, would he think $25 an hour will be an okay rate to get paid?
Yes.
Do you think that will be okay?
In reality, no, not now.
I mean, based on yesterday.
Before yesterday, I thought, oh yeah, that's good for here.
25 is okay for Hampton, Virginia. All right, so we're gonna break down somebody coming out of college, right? Their mind, where they are. If you're making $25 an hour, all right, $25 an hour. What do we say? That's times 40. That's $1,000 a week. $25 an hour, $1,000 a week, times 4. That's $4,000 a month. $4,000 a month. Now we don't forget we got to take out Uncle Sam, right? Uncle Sam. So we went ahead and just took out $1,200. So you're gonna bring in $2,800. So I wanted to just show Kavon how much $25 an hour would possibly add up in this economy. All right. So these are just basic expenses that I wanted Kavon to see. Your cell phone, we discussed, was $100. Rent, roughly $1,000. Roughly anywhere in America. Gas for your car, $300. Food, I know Kavon is probably going to spend a lot more on food than $300 because I know I do. But we're just making it simple for him. Car payment, $300. Car insurance, he pays more than this, but how much is your car insurance? I'll go ahead and disclose if you want to.
$200.
$200. So Kavon's car insurance is $200, but I just put $100 in here for it to make it feel better. Health insurance, let's say, is $200, but we all know it's more than that. utilities for where he lives. He's got his gas, water, heat. I don't want the brother to be home freezing at night, right?
Correct.
So we said your expenses were, Darren, did we even? Let's do it. 100, 1100, 34, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Their expenses are, oh shit. So Kavon by himself, his monthly expenses, is that right? Let's see, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21, 23, 25. Yep, that's 25, right?
Yeah.
2,500. Class, I want you to pay close attention to this because our income in America has not risen over between 50 and 60,000 in 20 years. And I'm gonna show you some stats to prove that. I'm gonna show you, I've already done the research for you. Our income, this is why I don't watch the news. They punching, they're forcing all this crap down our throats, looking at the news about Putin and about the president and all this other crap, people getting shot around and whatever. And no one's talking about $25 an hour, which we would consider good.
Yeah.
We would consider to be good, right? $25 an hour. So that's roughly, that's roughly 52 a year, right? So if we back out, this is what he's bringing in, not you, whoever's making 25 an hour. You're making 2,800 a month. Your expenses are 2,500 a month. So that leaves us with, these numbers are off. I thought it was 200 last night. Anyway, that leaves us with $300 left for us, right? That leaves us with $300. And a pair of shoes, I don't know last time, they cost me $100. So you got $300, and this is with no savings. So Kavon, we talked about this last night. Tell me where your mind is now that you're coming out of college. Where are you thinking about? How is your future looking for you, and what are you thinking about it?
After being informed about this information, right here, I feel like being an entrepreneur is the only way of financial freedom. As far as me, I plan on enrolling in real estate school and getting my license, and eventually transferring that knowledge into my investing. And in addition to that, I plan on expanding my networks in the cannabis industry with my goals in that avenue.
Now, you were saying something about the people around you. Tell me about, because you come over here, you drive far to get the knowledge that we go over, and we are in our little brainstorming sessions. Tell me about the people and how that's affected you with family and the thinking and the conversations that you have had growing up and as you matriculate through college about your future being an entrepreneur.
It's hard, man. It's hard being a first generation entrepreneur in your family when everybody in your family only knows one way of going about life. Even with my parents, like, they don't really understand it to a certain extent because they never had that drive or that
exposure,
the thought or exposure to just do it yourself. So like it's kind of like a foreign language.
I think it is.
It's kind of like a foreign language. So sometimes they look at you sideways, like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Man.
Yeah, you better go get you a safe job where you know you're gonna get this. I'm at an age right now where I feel like I'm supposed to take risks, and I still have time to recover from it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna go get that job for them 40 years and just, this is it. That's not me.
Wow.
I have a different mindset, so they don't understand now, but they eventually get it. But that's
just they have to get it. I mean, they may never get it.
Once they start seeing the results of what I plan on doing, they'll understand. But it's just fuel to the fire. It's just like I use that as motivation, just to show them it's another way. But it might take me a little while to do what I'm trying to do, but
they know might do it. It's gonna take time.
Yeah.
But what makes you? Why entrepreneurship? Why not go and get your job, get your $25, $30 an hour, and get that secure life that your parents kind of live? No doubt they still live that lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying anybody watching is not good, bad, right, or wrong. It's just different things that people want to do. Why isn't it for you, Kavon?
I've been there already. It's not. I've been exposed to different ways of going about things. Different business mindsets. It's different. It's so much more out here than what we're born into. And like I didn't get nothing that I didn't get nothing that I'm going for in my life from my parents.
Wow,
As
man.
far as like my drive to be an entrepreneur, like you know, in all reality, like I don't see that there.
So we're not saying it's bad. What type of conversations are you getting into when you bring this up to your family? I mean, if you care sharing, I think it's important. I'm not saying this is good or bad. I think it's important because you're not the only one. Sometimes in life, we can live with the person that's bringing that. I'm not a believer. We can even have parents or even children or loved ones or married to someone that's gonna drag you into a different mindset. And when you come home when you come in your house every day, you want to talk about winning.
Yeah.
Like when you walk in my house, how much you making today? What we doing today?
Yeah.
Period. That's what we're talking about. But Kavon doesn't have that incubator, and a lot of people don't have that. I want you to know that you're not in a vacuum, dog. I meet people around the country. I hear it all around. You don't have this support at home. So tell me about these conversations that you are having when you speak up about home ownership, equity. I know you told me, I'm sure if your dad, he still rents.
Yeah.
Is that okay? I'm not blasting nobody out. So Kavon's his father still rents, and I'm like, man, I don't want you to be renting for too much longer because I want you to have some equity. So tell me about these conversations that are having in your home team.
All right.
Very important. When you bring up
with one parent, they don't know what to say back.
I'm listening,
it's just
bro.
Like, okay, how you gonna do? It's not a conversation. It's just like, okay.
So they have no reply.
There's no reply because they don't know what to say. Like, this is foreign to them. Like, my parents don't know what assets are.
Wow. That's deep.
All right, so another parent, they believe it's only one way of getting money, of living, and that's labor.
Labor. So the
one parent only needs like, this is how it is. This is what it's gonna be. You know, like yeah, like if you don't work hands on, you're not gonna be. You're not
in the labor aspect of income.
And income and like lifestyle. Like if you don't get dirty, you're not gonna be successful out here.
Wow, man, that's deep.
Yeah, so that's reality. No bullshit.
That's deep, Kavon. I think that has really impacted you in that. For my family members that are watching, Paul, I see you with that land trust stuff. I'm gonna get on that in a minute. And people messing with me with my land trust. I'm gonna get to that. I think it's important that people need to have. Well, when you come here, Kavon, when we talk, tell me how different that is about what you're used to regarding your surroundings, your immediate surroundings.
I'm glad to have you to speak to because it's like you understand me and my goals, and like you are where I'm trying to get. So like a lot of people, I mean, well, in my household, it's just not. This is not
the narrative.
It's not the narrative. It's not even a thought.
Wow.
It's not even a thought. It's not even. It never ever crossed the mind to like have your own, be your own. Like it's just so it's like I told you, like it's foreign. You know what I'm saying? So it's really hard. So it's like a lot of times I just can't. It's like I can't. You know what I'm saying?
Don't even bring it up.
It's not.
Don't even bring it up. Wow, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I think that environment is gonna not foster your growth, brother. This is my opinion, you know. So
yeah.
All right, so class, if you're in that type of environment, get plugged into some local entrepreneurs that are doing things and when he comes over, I feel like he's charging me as well as I hope that I'm charging him too with different ideas because I'm praying that the brother's stealing ideas from me so he can implement them in his life. Being 20, you said 22?
23, yeah.
23, being young. All right, so we've graduated college. Where are we at now?
Moving to New York next week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speak up, brother.
Moving to New York next week. Enrolled in a real estate school.
Real estate school?
Get my license there.
Getting your real estate license?
Yeah.
All right.
And working for a firm and just figuring it out while I'm expanding my networking into my knowledge in both industries.
Real estate, cannabis.
Yes.
Cannabis booming. I introduced him to my boy Paul Saunders. If you're watching Paul, what up? Cannabis, I really think is going to be the next big thing. They're going to be having drinks, I'm sure. Desserts, they're going to be selling this stuff. Then you say, tell me about some of the stuff you saw in California regarding the cannabis industry.
It's getting very it's growing. It's really evolving. Like I've been to a weed restaurant. You know, they have weed movie theaters. You know,
That's crazy.
It's like cigarettes out there. It's completely opposite world out there.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
The industry is just growing. They come with all different types of THC products. You know,
Nice.
it's a great market. You know,
For income.
correct.
Truth versus fact. So you're moving to New York. Are you going to work obviously you're not born an entrepreneur. I don't believe that no one's born just out there knowing how to generate income and sell a salesman. You know, it's the skills you have to learn. Are you going to be working now to support your lifestyle, which thank God is minimum?
Yeah.
To then work your entrepreneurial ventures on the side. Is that your goal?
Yes, I have 2 jobs right now.
2.
Waiting on, for sure.
Wow. That is cool, Kavon.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So I want to talk to you, class, before I let you go. This is a short one today. I've got another coaching session at around 2:30 Eastern time. If you want to tune in with that. It's going to be back to real estate, but I still think this is so important because I want to talk about your student debt. Are we getting into that or no?
Yeah, you can.
All right. We're gonna get into some student debt. I don't want you to feel like you're alone if you have student debt coming out of college. You're not alone, people. This is serious. But I want to talk to you truth versus fact. Can you see that? I asked Kavon earlier, and I didn't get hip to this concept till I got out later in life, till I was about 30. I read a book. I can't remember the book, but the guy was talking about sometimes a truth can appear to be a fact. Let's say, for instance, your family members, their truth in their mind is a fact. They have to go to work, manual labor. That's the truth. For them, they have to go to work to create their income with manual labor, Kavon. That is their truth, which then turns into a fact of their life. But it is not Kavon's truth. Something can be true to a man, which is not true to another man. So if somebody comes to me and says, I need to go dig a hole to make money, I know that's not true.
Yeah.
So I want you to understand that there are 2 distinct differences between a person's truth and a fact. You got me?
Got it.
So when you talk to somebody that has to work labor, that's their truth. It's not fact.
Got it.
You got me?
Got it.
The fact is,
it's more ways.
Another way, that is a fact.
Yeah.
It's not your truth. But it could be a truth and in their mind. They could think that is a fact. All right, class. So I want you to make sure you distinctly break these 2. Like gravity, it's a fact. You walk outside, you jump off a tree, you're gonna break your leg. It's true. I mean, it's a fact. And it's true that you're gonna break your leg. So they're both, they can be both and they can be different. So make sure you know as you're out here what is truth and what's fact.
Right.
You got me? So it's not a truth to me that I have to go work shoveling cement every day. That's not my truth. But it could be yours. And it's not good or bad. I'm not saying it's just not my truth.
Yeah.
Go.
I agree with that.
All right, you got that.
That's very, very accurate.
You got that. All right, cool.
That's very accurate. So
we're talking about student debt. The class, I'm gonna let you go. I'll get to some questions too. Student debt, Kavon. So where are we at? You got some debt, but you still got some scholarship too when you were in college. So where are we at with your debt?
I'm like $40,000 in debt right now.
40,000, not too bad. Speak up. I'm gonna say it again. 40,000. Be proud of it. You gotta speak it up, and you can wipe that shit away.
Yeah.
So I'm presuming that we're gonna work on this debt not immediately. They give you X amount of time to start paying it back.
Right. Well, my I went to 2 schools, so
you got 2 different ones.
Yeah. So my other school.
Oh wow.
I already started notifying me.
Well, I
already started being notified from my first school.
They're ready. They want their money.
Yeah.
So what is your advice for someone that wants to be an entrepreneur? How does your mind differentiate entrepreneur and college, Kavon? Because neither of them, they don't exist in the same world. I mean, I went to school for music engineering.
Right.
Nothing to do with real estate, entrepreneurship, none of that. So where's your thinking now that you're at the end of your college life?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you go. Entrepreneurship, college, go.
Well, college is it's it's one way to do things, and you have to do things in a classroom oriented session. You know, even though being an entrepreneur, you have to educate. You have to self educate yourself.
Self-education.
Self education, and expand your knowledge in different ways, like as far as financial literacy and detailed information that they won't teach you in school. You know, so being an entrepreneur, it's a lot of different things you have to inform yourself about. You know, but I'm still not all the way there yet. You know, so right now I'm reading more financial books. You know, more books about how to manage my money and like know
Assets,
the
liabilities.
assets, liabilities, expenses. You
Well,
know,
you still, my question to you is, now that you want to be an entrepreneur, do you think college, I mean, what is your opinion? Do you think people should go to
do you think
college?
that is worth it?
I don't want to go there.
Well, I studied business administration with a concentration in entrepreneurship.
Let me
So
see. Let me see.
I studied business administration with a concentration in entrepreneurship. So
Okay.
it was it
Was
was it was it was kind of beneficial, but like not all the way. Like in all reality, you don't really need it. But in my opinion, but like being a minority is like you're told you can't get that paper taken away from you and stuff like that. So it's like that's the only way, you know. So
wow, man.
yeah,
Wow.
so that's teach his own. You know, my main reason for going to college was football was my motivation to go to college. Like I would never went to college if it wasn't for football, me honestly. But I'm glad I did go. You know, it did help me grow, and you know, I did learn some things. You know, but for what I want to do, I didn't need college.
Wow,
But
man.
throughout my college journey, I found out what I wanted to do.
Mm,
So
gotcha.
yeah,
So maybe college helped you to.
yeah, it directed me to where I'm at now.
That's expensive direction. That's some expensive direction, my brother.
College is a business.
And you know what? I'm glad you said that. They got you in there for 3 months. You're gone, write a check, and you're only there for X amount of time.
It's crazy.
What makes you say college is a business, Kavon?
Shit's crazy, man. Like, I feel like it's a business that whoever created. This is my personal opinion.
It's just information. Are we agreeing that it's just information?
Yeah,
It's just information.
it's just information. It doesn't guarantee you anything but depth.
But what?
Depth.
Debt.
Depth.
Okay, debt.
That's it.
Okay, but
Yeah.
debt.
Debt. Yeah, that's all it guarantees you. You're not guaranteeing any job.
For some, most. For most. Some people pay cash for college, right? I mean, they do.
What's the percentage of that?
I'm just saying
What's
most,
the
brother.
percentage
I don't
of
know.
that?
Generally speaking, yeah. Generally speaking.
Yeah, but yeah, college doesn't guarantee you anything.
You hear that, class? This man just graduated from college. Doesn't guarantee you anything.
But in your household, you better go to school. You better, yeah, go ahead.
The narrative growing up.
Yeah, you better go to school. Yeah. All right, I went to school now. You want to go back to the shipyard?
Oh wow. I'm wow.
You want me to do labor work, right? After I just went to 4.5 years of school, right?
Why are you so averse to labor working, Kavon?
I feel like it's a slave mentality. Like it's like that's the only way. That's not the only way, man.
Because you want to use your brain.
Yeah, like it's more to it than that, man. Like it's a new generation. It's a new decade. Technology's on the rise. There's different ways to make it out here. Like it's not just breaking your back every day at work.
I agree, Kavon. I want you to share it
I'm
with
not saying being a pretty boy, like you get dirty too, but you know what I'm saying? It's more to it than that. Like be versatile. Make yourself work for more, you know.
net worth.
Yeah.
Have some net worth. Own some assets. Be an owner other than cars.
Yeah.
Be an owner. I remember Umar said, if all you have is a bank account, you're in trouble. You are in trouble if that's all you got. But Kavon, you said so much stuff. I wanted to, you were saying the entrepreneurial spirit. And once again, in class, I want to remind you that it's not good or bad, better or worse, right or wrong. You know, everybody has their path. But you want to use your brain, leverage your brain as opposed to leveraging your back, is kind of what I hear you saying.
Right. Is there something wrong with that?
Oh, no. I mean,
I was asking you personally. Is something wrong with that?
Kavon,
I'm just asking.
you already know how I get down.
I just wanted you to say it. I just wanted you to say, is something wrong with? Is there something wrong with?
It's not anything as I'm here with Daddy Daycare, I'm here in the middle of the day. Students are, class is over. I'm watching the kids. I'm watching the dogs. I get to hang out with you, merely because I am an entrepreneur. I live in the entrepreneurial world, so to speak, class. So yeah, everybody's different though. I can't put my lifestyle on yours.
Yeah.
If you think that you're gonna get in business because you want to be your own boss, this ain't the business for you. Because I have over 10 bosses. People tell me what to do every day. Like my tenants are my bosses, my contractors are my bosses. They work, I pay them, but still, I want to make sure I'm serving them right too. All my lenders, people that loan me money, dog. All the people that invest with me, they're all my bosses. I answer to them. They send me an email or a text. I'm on it. So I don't advise people to get into entrepreneurship to be your own boss. Because really, when you turn into an entrepreneur, you're the ultimate employee. You're working for everybody else. All right, last thoughts, Kavon, you want to drop before I get to some questions about anything about where you're going, your life, upbringing, college, debt, college experience, your interactions with the people that you know.
All in all, I would say don't let I would say don't let your surroundings negatively influence your future. And what I mean is you have to live your life, not them. You know what I'm saying? So
I wrote some notes down for our discussion, Kavon, and I'm gonna get you out of here. What are you judging your ambition against? I wanted to ask you that. What are you in your mind, the picture of success? What are you judging that? I'm talking about young Kavon growing up.
Mm-hmm.
With the people all around you. It's like, what do you have to judge success by? What you've seen thus far. How do you determine where you want to be and what you want to do if you've never seen the shit? I wanted to ask you, what are you judging your future by? As opposed to, remember you told me you want to leverage your brain. So what are you using as a
platform where I want
to be? Platform to what? Yeah. What are you saying? I know I don't want to do that. I want to do this. And how do you judge that?
I'm not gonna say what I want to say.
You got to give it.
I can't do that. I don't know who's watching this.
Well, all of us have a barometer of what we judge success for. Like for me, I know I want X amount of time. I want to make sure that I'm here for my kid. It's like, but you're not there yet. You're getting out of college, so you don't have.
I know what I don't want to be like.
You don't. How you know that? How do you? That's what I know. How do you base that?
The way I grew up,
Speak up.
The way I grew up and like what I'm seeing now, I just know what I know. I want opposite of current situations.
Gotcha.
Is that good?
I gotcha. Opposite of current situations. That's cool.
Yeah.
You know what you don't want.
Yeah.
Kavon, what narrative, if you had to tell somebody on the street, what narrative? I'm thinking about the narrative of Batman or the narrative of Superman or the narrative of the movie Life or The Matrix. You could tell a narrative of that movie. What narrative is dictating your life?
Narrative.
We have the narrative of cops shooting black men. That is a narrative that's going on in America. I want to know what narrative is going on in Kavon's head.
It's like, it's not a specific movie, but it's like a guy that's it's like a guy that's good at rapping, and everybody in his house is like, yeah, you don't know what you're doing, like, but he turns out to be a superstar.
The next Jay-Z.
Yeah, like something like that.
Wow.
In the business aspect.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough. Holy cow. That's a rough one, Kavon. I gotta say a prayer on that one. All right, let me get to some stuff here. What up? Poll, I know you blasted me on my land trust in New York. You got a deal. Danny, Mariah, hey, Karina, what up? What up? TB, I'm gonna be back with some real estate training at 2:30 with a guy in California. Miami, Roberto, what's good? Poll, yes, you need to talk to somebody in New York about land trusts. I just talked to one of my attorneys, and you got some issues in New York for land trusts. Evan in New Orleans, hey, Celeste, what's up? Hey, Beezer here. See, her daughter wanted to quit after 3 years. Told her, hell no. Oh, get some college. I have children that had quit after 3 years. I've been trying to get back for what seems like forever. Didn't have anyone pushing me, so yeah, you gotta push your daggone self. All right, that's it. No questions for Kavon. Cool. So the narrative, Kavon, you want to leave our viewers anything for today? I know this is outside of the realm that what you're used to, class, but I feel that it is of utmost importance that we see our young men out here, not in the streets, not hanging out, doing foolishness. Hopefully, I'm prayerfully uplifting women and not trying to put women down, trying to uplift our queens. And I think Kavon is an example of that. Kavon, what would you like our viewers to see? A last final thought for our viewers, brother, for my roundup family. Go ahead, Kavon, you talking. You got the floor.
My main thing I would say is keep God first. You're not supposed to understand your challenges while you're going through them. You'll understand when you reach the finish line. And I learned that through my trials going through college and the shipyard and adversity, being all alone, away from home. So
wow.
Yeah. All by faith, you know.
You just walked this, you've done. That's admirable. That's admirable. Yeah. So, all right. Somebody wants to know, do you have any children, young man?
No children.
Al Gordon. I don't know where you're at, Al.
I don't have any children. I don't have any girlfriends. I'm just focused on being great right now.
Good. Good. All right. This is it, class. I'll see you shortly with another coaching session with a real estate coaching session. Make sure subscribe to my channel below. Give me a thumbs up for the optimization.
Thank you, Mr. Chris.
Yeah, man. God bless you, brother. All right. We'll see you soon, class. Peace. How do we get out of this crazy?